At the American Enterprise Institute. 145, was it 143 or 145? Which was
145.
It? Wow, 145.
Estimated. And that comes from Newsweek and New York Times reporting.
Mark, that's an enormous amount of money. What's going on here?
And not only that, but like hundreds of thousands of dollars that were funneled by Russian nuclear officials into the Clinton Foundation at the same time that this decision was being made, when Hillary Clinton was Secretary of State and she was sitting on the board that decided this. And on top of that, right around the same time, Bill Clinton was mysteriously invited to give a 90-minute speech for a Kremlin-linked bank in Moscow and was paid $500,000 for a 90-minute speech, all around the same time that this was happening. So, everybody's going around with these Russia probes of Donald Trump, and we'll see where they lead. But there's a lot less evidence of any kind of wrongdoing on the part of Donald Trump than there is in the case of Hillary Clinton and Bill Clinton and the Clinton Foundation here in this case.
Listen to what Hillary said about the Uranium One scandal. Roll tape.
It's the same baloney they've been peddling for years, and there's been no credible evidence by anyone. In fact, it's been debunked repeatedly and will continue to be debunked. Trump and his allies, including Fox News, are really experts at distraction and diversion.
Well, Mark, do you think that they can get out of this one?
Yeah, and she also didn't have a private server in her basement. And there was no classified information on it, and whoops, a number of other lies. I mean, this is a woman who 70% of the American people thought was dishonest going into the campaign. So I don't think we're going to listen to her there. I mean, look, the reality is these people. When you look at ties to Russia in the 2016 campaign, more and more it looks like it's Hillary Clinton's ties to Russia. You now have this revelation that it was the Clinton campaign and the DNC under Hillary Clinton's campaign that funded the Trump dossier. This was, and this is a scandal in and of itself, that they were hiring a foreign person to go and dig up dirt on Donald Trump and to use for disinformation. But Fusion GPS is a Kremlin-linked opposition research firm. It is the opposition research firm that Vladimir Putin used to try and smear Sergei Magnitsky, who is a gentleman who was put in jail, was killed in jail under custody of the Russians for exposing corruption in the Russian government. The Russian government tried to lobby very hard. Congress passed something called the Magnitsky Act, which puts sanctions on Russian officials who were involved in his murder. And Russia lobbied against it, and they hired Fusion GPS to smear Magnitsky and his supporters here in Washington to try and stop that bill. So what we have here is Hillary Clinton hired the same firm to smear Donald Trump that Vladimir Putin hired to smear Sergei Magnitsky. That is a huge scandal.
I'm going to leave it right there, Mark, because you've spelled it out, and that's a good thing to do, because it's complex, but we need clarity, and you've given it to us. Marc Thiessen, everyone, thank you very much, sir. Now, you're going to hear reaction from the president on this tonight.